Who will face Rhea Ripley at Wrestlemania? That is a question that we're all asking ourselves, and we're about to find out because Elimination Chamber is right around the corner, and that is the last stop before we get to WrestleMania. So, I did this for the men. It's time to talk about the women and the odds that they have at winning the Elimination Chamber based on their past Elimination Chamber performances. Hello, hello, my little demons and divas and demonites. Bienvenidos. Welcome back to my channel. Que la que hay, mi gente. Estamos activos, estamos encendidos. It is I, Isa, aka the Demon Diva, and the Big Dog. And today I am here to break down every woman in the Elimination Chamber's performance in the chamber. I just said chamber a lot. But just to see their past performances, kind of go over it. I did this for the men. If you haven't seen the video, it will be linked in the description below. I'll put it in one of the cards up here. But we talked about their time in the Elimination Chamber and how they've done. How many times have they been in the chamber? How many times have they won it? How many eliminations do they have? Just to help you get a glimpse of how good they have performed in this match, because it's not an easy match by any means. So let's get into it. Before I do any of that, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because I do go live whenever my internet works. If you know, you know. And also leave a like, share, do all of the things that really help. And let me know in the comments down below, who do you think is going to win the Women's Elimination Chamber this year? Let's get into the nitty gritty. Now, for the Women's Elimination Chamber, unfortunately, it's harder to pull facts. Like, you know, when we're talking about the men, they had all of these appearances and all of these records, but the women didn't have their first Elimination Chamber match until 2018. So we don't really have a lot of numbers to pull from here. We don't have a lot of chamber matches to go over, but we do have a few. Some of the highlights that I can tell you before we talk about this woman specifically is that Alexa Bliss won the very first Women's Elimination Chamber match. Keep her in mind because we're going to be talking about her here in a little bit. The first tag team champions were crowned inside the Elimination Chamber match, which at that time was the Buzz and Hug Collection, Sasha Banks and Bayley. Shayna Baszler is still to this day, to me, the queen of Elimination Chamber. If you haven't seen her Elimination Chamber performance, it is crazy. She had 5 eliminations total in the chamber. They all happen in the same freaking match. It was crazy. At some point, she's just literally standing there waiting for the next person to come out. I liked it. Some people were critical of it. They found it boring. I thought it was badass. What they did with her after, questionable. But that moment right there, legendary. Lives in my head rent-free. And of course, 25 women have competed inside the Elimination Chamber match. 10 of them not active or with WWE anymore. Great, there's your fun facts. I always like to bring you some fun facts, but not a lot to pull from here. But let's talk about the women that are in this year's Elimination Chamber match. And we're going to start with the Liv Morgan, because a lot of people have her as the favorite to win here. Liv has been in every single Elimination Chamber match with 5 appearances inside of the chamber. However, she has never won the Elimination Chamber. Liv is such a bridesmaid, man. She's been in every Rumble, in every chamber, but she hasn't won any of them, which is crazy to me. I'm not so sure she's winning this one either. I know she's a lot of people's picks, but with the results of last night's episode of Raw and her becoming new tag team champs, they might be going in a different direction with Liv. But for what it's worth, she has gotten 3 eliminations inside the Elimination Chamber match. So she does have a lot of experience, a lot of time spent in the chamber, but she has not successfully won one yet. Now, let's talk about Bianca Belair, because that is my pick, okay? I want to see Rhea versus Bianca. I've been very vocal about it. That is my pick to win this year's Elimination Chamber. And Bianca Belair has been inside of the chamber twice, and she's won it once. So she's 50-50 in this, okay? 50-50, not bad. Not bad at all. I like it. I fucks with it. That's pretty good. And she's gotten 3 eliminations. So, you know, she gets in there, she gets the job done, she's won it once. Let's see what she does this year. Hopefully win the whole thing. That would be crazy though, because that would put her at 3 appearances, 2 wins, which is what Drew McIntyre has right now, but that's before this year's chamber, right? Now let's talk about Bayley, because Bayley is almost the same as Bianca Belair with 2 appearances and 1 win. However, Bayley only has 2 eliminations. So Bianca has her one beat in eliminations. Alexa Bliss, we just talked about how she won the very first one, and that is the only one that she has won in the 2 appearances that she has done. And she also has 3 eliminations. Naomi, though, oh man, she's appeared inside the chamber twice. She's never won it. She's never gotten any eliminations. And of course, we have the rookie, the unknown in Roxanne Perez, who has never been inside of the elimination chamber. So we don't know what to expect. I expect her to kick ass. I expect her to have a show out performance, especially with what we saw from her in the Rumble. But I'm very curious to see how she does in this match. I do think, based on the interaction she had with Bayley last night, I think they're gonna off each other, like, out of the equation here. I think it's gonna come down to Liv, Bianca, and Alexa. I think those are the 3 favorites. I think Bayley will be a safe choice, obviously, but I think that's where we are at. The most appearances inside of the chamber is definitely Liv Morgan, and nobody has won it twice. We could see our very first 2-time winner if Bianca, Bayley, or Alexa Bliss take it. And hopefully Naomi gets an elimination here or two. But there you have it. Those are the numbers for the women's inside of the elimination chamber. I personally am rooting for Bianca, and I said rooting. I don't necessarily think creatively that's what they'll do. I think that if Naomi, because the more that I think about the Jade situation, I think Naomi has more to gain from taking out Jade. So I think it's gonna be, I think that's where we're gonna go and free up Bianca. But that's the way that I will book it, just to get Bianca and Rhea. You never know. I think Bianca and Jade is obviously the match, but I think we could do that later. I think Bayley and Roxanne are gonna have a thing. So yeah, Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, I'm looking at them. I also wouldn't mind seeing a feud between current Liv and Alexa, but I think Liv is gonna go full-blown tag team division for a little bit with Raquel. So those are my opinions and quick thoughts on the matter. And I'll try to put up a graphic like we did with the men's. Again, you go check out the men's because there's a lot more numbers to go over there. But I'm excited to see who wins this, and we'll go on to WrestleMania to face Rhea Ripley. Again, let me know in the comments who you're rooting for. And until next time, adios. Mwah. Boop.